as global tensions simmer around the Iran-Israel conflict. Chinese geopolitical strategist and former diplomat Dr. Victor Gao has issued an urgent plea to halt what he calls an unfolding war of provocation. Speaking in an interview with Arabiya English's Tom Burges Watson, Gao lambasted the Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, warning that such military actions could spiral into a catastrophic regional war with broader global consequences. Representing the Center for China and Globalization, Gao asserted that China's position remains firmly rooted in upholding peace, calling the attack reckless, illegal, and reminiscent of Pearl Harbor. According to Gao, the strike marks a critical threshold that could destabilize an already volatile Middle East. Gao sharply criticized Israel's justification for the attack under the guise of preemptive self-defense, stating that such logic falls apart when considered against Israel's own opaque nuclear arsenal. "It is the height of hypocrisy," he remarked, referencing Tel Aviv's long-standing refusal to disclose its nuclear capabilities. This contradiction, he argued, violates the global non-proliferation norms and sets a dangerous precedent. Citing parallels with historical acts of aggression, Gao suggested the assault on Iran's facilities was not only strategically hazardous, but also legally indefensible under international law. According to the South China Morning Post, Beijing sees such unilateral military actions as undermining international diplomacy and the rule of law. Further intensifying his critique, Gao implied that Washington may have had a covert role in the offensive, citing intelligence indicators that point toward a joint Israeli-American operation. If the United States becomes entangled in this war, the long-term geopolitical cost will be immense, he stated, cautioning that such a development could provoke unforeseen consequences for decades to come. Gao reiterated that China does not seek to benefit from U.S. distractions, but rather stands for the preservation of international order. As noted by Global Times, the Chinese government has maintained a consistent position on defending state sovereignty and opposing unilateral interventions, including those that threaten the sovereignty of Iran. On recent comments by Donald Trump suggesting potential threats to Iran's supreme leader, Gao responded with stark criticism. In modern international relations, targeting national leaders through threats or implied assassinations is a path to chaos, he declared. Such statements, he warned, are not only diplomatically irresponsible, but could trigger retaliatory policies that spiral beyond control. He stressed that global leadership must avoid provocations that mimic the covert assassinations of past Cold War decades, particularly when nuclear tensions are rising in multiple theaters.